Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since you've seen a new video from me. I've been really busy in the month of March. I had one video audition that I had to try and squeeze in there. But other than that, I've been working a lot. Very tired. But you don't want to hear about all that. Thought I'd be back with a new video, and hopefully I'll have one next week too. So you'll just have to stay tuned. Today's video is self-tape tips. So let's jump into the video, shall we? I have a bunch of tips for you, and tip number 1 is to use a good quality camera. Whether that is a camcorder, your cell phone, or a camera like a DSLR. You need a good quality one to have good video auditions. You want your camera quality to be great, not good. Great. No grainy, no blurry, no fuzzies, clear video, which hopefully this video is clear. So if that's the case, then yeah, I film you on my video, on what I film video auditions on. Hopefully it's clear for you. Tip number 2, good audio, because otherwise you don't want your video to sound all muffled. No, muffled video is bad. So, just a second, I'm going to show you what I use for my video auditions. I use a Rode video mic. It just plugs into my camera. This is what I use to make my audio go from good to great. I don't have it plugged in for this video, but it does work really well. It's a good investment. It'll be linked in the description. Only thing you don't want to use is a lavalier mic, which clips to your clothes, because it will be seen in your video audition and then it will look really funny because you got this like thing clipped to your shirt to give you good audio. Not a good thing. You need to use, it doesn't have to be this mic. It just needs to be a good microphone so you can have good quality audio. So you have a good video and terrible audio, that's terrible. Also, if you have good audio and terrible video, it's again terrible. Couple your good video with your good audio and you'll have a great video. Number 3 is to use a neutral, plain background, not what's behind me, because that's very distracting, not only to you guys or to anyone going to watch your video audition, but it's distracting to me. My walls, they're like a tan color, and I film my videos on that. I have one wall that has nothing on it. I just move stuff out of the way that can be moved, but there's literally nothing on this wall. I mean, there's like a couple things on the wall, but I can take them off the wall so that way I can film on that wall and not have any issues. And it's not also paneling, which has the stripes, the lines in the middle of it, you know, line. So you want plain background because you don't want busy work. You also do not want to use white, black, or red. White is too stark, black too dark, red not a good camera thing. Red is not a good color on camera. So good audio, good video, good background. So far you got 3 tips to make that video audition pop. Next, a reader. You want your reader to be in person if possible. I don't know how it will work if you have somebody like on Zoom, if it would pick up at all, like on the camera. I don't know how well that would work or if it would work. So if that's the only way you can do it, maybe you do some research on if that's acceptable or what, or have somebody come read. I don't know. You just want to have a reader in person that are not super loud. Just so that way it's not super loud, because then the casting director would be like, okay, who's auditioning here? Because you also don't want the reader seen. So you do not want to be like talking to a reader on camera, because then the casting director would be like, who's auditioning here? Never mind, forget it. We're not going to work with them. Bye. Delete. Next. Not what we want. So, and you don't want to read for yourself. So like you don't want to pre-film the opposite person's lines and then film your lines, because odds are it won't have the correct audio and it won't sound right, and you'll end up cutting off your lines that you already read as the other person. So you want to have somebody as a reader. You don't want to sound terrible. You don't want them to go next or delete. Not a good thing. Whenever they ask you for your audition, they're going to ask you for one thing besides your audition. Obviously, duh. They're gonna ask you for one thing, and that one thing is called a slate. You slate your name, for sure. Your name gets slated. They could ask you for your name, your slate, your name, where you're from, why you want to do this. They could ask you for your agent. They could ask you your height. They could ask you your age or age range. If it's for a specific role, like that has an age, odds are they're not going to ask you for your age range. They're just going to ask you for your name and perhaps your agent, a couple of different things. Your height is a common one, but name for sure. That's always going to be asked if they want a slate. And if they don't say where they want their slate, you could put it at the beginning, you could put it at the end. put it at the end. But if they specifically ask for it and they ask why and they want to, especially if they say, Slate, tell us your name and your state and why you want to do this, and then your audition, you put it at the beginning. If they don't have a preference, you could put it at the end. Just depends on how you feel or what the directions say. Always read directions. You do not want to not read the directions, do it wrong. Don't take all my advice, please. Read instructions. Read directions. That's what they're there for. Okay, so you finished your video audition. It went great. Sounds good. Camera's good. Only mess up you had was, let's just say a sentence, okay? And it was a sentence. It wasn't like part of a paragraph. Person's line, let's say, ends with candle. Did you buy that candle? Just go with that, okay? Don't ask why. I just have a candle sitting on my desk. So they ask, did you buy that candle? And you're supposed to say, no, I didn't buy it, but I really wanted to. And instead you said, no, but I wanted to. Okay, so you flubbed half the line. I don't even know. We'll just say you flubbed half the line. Well, and you're like, okay, well, and say you're 3 pages in. I don't know why I used that, but you're 3 pages in to a 4-page thing. And all of it has gone great, except for that, okay? So you could stop recording and pick back up where that person says that line. Did you buy that candle? Or you could just say, hey, can you say that line again? I'm going to cut it before the last time you said it, and then cut it before this time you say it, and just cut that out. So they say it again, you say your lines, you continue on. So then you get to your computer because you want to send this in, and you can't send it because you flubbed your lines. You're going to go in and you're going to cut from before they say, did you buy that candle, to before they say, did you buy the candle? And you're going to make it as seamless as possible. So you cut that out, the 2 clips come together, and you watch it. You'll end up watching this entire thing because, you gotta make sure it looks good, it sounds good, and where you're supposed to be, your emotions are all that. You want to make it look good. So you're watching, and you get to the point that you're watching the seamless, and it's seamless. Like, I know where that was. I know that's where I cut it, but you couldn't tell as long as your movements were the same. You didn't like cut it too close to when you were moving or something like that. You have to do it subtly. You have to be subtle. You have to be subtle about it. You don't want a big cut. You don't want it to look like you spliced it together, because then if you're like in the middle of a motion and then all of a sudden you're like this, that's going to be very obvious that you cut it, and you don't want that. Cutting is not a good thing. Be very aware that don't use that unless you absolutely have to. You don't want to get in the habit of always doing that. You just need to know how to do it. So if you have to, record yourself saying a monologue. And not a monologue. Record yourself saying a scene. You can say scenes, one person. And I want you to mess up on purpose. Okay, and you're recording this. And then I want you to go into your computer and I want you to learn how to edit that certain spots out, so that way you know how to do it so it looks realistic. So there's your homework. Last time I did a video, your homework was monologues. Now your homework is learning to edit and splice videos together. But not all the time, because we do not want to get in that habit. We want to build a great habit of being really good in our auditions and practicing and perfecting. But it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to mess up, and I'm really hard on myself when I do that, so I really should take this advice to heart. Tip number 7. That's 6. 7. You can include why you're passionate about the film, the project, whatever it is. You can say why you're passionate about it. If you're going to do that and they didn't ask for it, you can put it at the end, but just don't talk for 5 minutes on why you're passionate. If they did ask for it and they specifically want to see that, then put it at the beginning. But be passionate. It's okay. If it's something you really want and you feel it in your heart, in your bones, and you're like, I really, really want this, tell them why. It's okay. Just make sure that you don't talk for 5 minutes. Also, you want to make sure that you put it at the end if it's not something that they asked for. Most of the time they want to hear, like most of the video auditions I've done, they want to know why you want that film. So that's my tip for you. You can be passionate. Don't drone on and on and on and on. Don't talk for 5 minutes. Give them 30 seconds of why you want that film. You can be passionate enough in 30 seconds. Last tip, video auditions going online. You have to submit through like an email or something. You have to upload most of the time they ask you to upload unlisted or private YouTube link. I suggest private because then you and only the people that you share the video with can see the video, so it's not listed publicly on YouTube. So if someone was to go onto your YouTube and look at your channel and you have no videos, but you have 10 video auditions, that's a good thing because they don't know that you have video auditions. Because casting directors, writer, whatever, whoever's doing this film doesn't want the monologue, the scenes, the movie out to the public yet. So if you do that, you're spoiling it, and that could get you not on the project. They don't want people who are going to post stuff like that and spoil things. You can use unlisted, but what do I use? I don't know. I always pick the one that's not public or scheduled. There's private and unlisted. Private is you and whoever you send the email link to. Unlisted is just, it's on YouTube, but nobody can see it but the link you share. So basically they're almost the same thing, except, I don't know. I think one of them gives you a password to put in. I don't know. I just know that I put them up there and nobody can see them. So as long as nobody can see your video auditions online, you're good. Because some want WeTransfer, Google, Dropbox, YouTube, Vimeo. I've never had a Vimeo, so I don't even know if Vimeo's still around. Vimeo? Video? I don't know. It was the other one that was like YouTube, except not YouTube. Those are my 8 tips. I don't know if they're all tips or tricks, but the title of the video is self-tape tips. So we're just gonna go with that. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below letting me know what types of videos you'd like to see and any tips that you use and would like to tell me. Also, let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys back next week, but we both know I might not. I don't know. We'll see. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.